Hey everybody, Teresa here from lovelymommyhood.com. Thanks for stopping by the channel today. So this series is basically going to be what I am going to call from now on tea stash time. Tea like D stash time. Why? Because I have a lot of stuff and they are things that I've collected over the years. So I really need to basically destash. My gosh. This pen is great in like small scale, but when I try to make it a little bigger, not that impressive. In fact, it's almost horrendous. But oh, this is interesting. Anyway, so let's be honest. How many of us have too much crafty stuff? I definitely do. I didn't realize how much crafty stuff I actually had until I moved from my townhouse to our family home. And I literally had, you know, those medium-sized U-Haul boxes? I legit had at least 10 boxes of crafty stuff. Now, of course, that included like my scrapbooks for the kids and things like that, because, you know, those are large scrapbooks. They're 12 by 12 scrapbooks, Project Life ones. Totally, definitely took up a lot of space. But I also had 10 boxes of other stuff. Let's be real. But anyway, welcome to tea stash time. I'm going to go over, or basically show you guys, a few things in somewhat of a particular order here. I'm going to start off with notepads. If you see anything that you are interested in, please note the timestamp and then I will put it aside for you. But basically how I'm going to run tea stash time is for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to have all these items up for grabs, up for sale, and they'll be at a very reasonable price because most of these items were bought at Target Dollar Spot. And I encourage you guys to buy in bulk because, well, just because I know most of us try to. And then, yeah, it just makes shipping a little bit more sensible. So anyway, what I'm going to do is, depending on what you want, I will adjust the pricing. The boxes themselves will be anywhere between $10 to $15. That is not including shipping. The total cost would depend on how much the shipping box is. It'll be one of those flat rate boxes, so I will really try to stuff as much of these items in each box as possible to keep the shipping price down. But as you can see, I have a lot of notepads. This was one of my favorites because it's like a craft paper, and it's very thick. But of course, I'm not really using it. And so what I am doing with all of these items is, in 2 weeks, that would be August 8th or 9th, I will basically recycle these. If no one wants them, then I will recycle them. Or I've also been thinking of hosting kind of a scrapbooking or planning get together at the local library to encourage other people of like mind to come out and hang out with people in their community and craft together. So I would probably just bring things that don't end up selling and then bring them over to these events that I'm gonna have to figure out how to host. first of all, just to share the love. But anyway, so these are up for grabs as well. They are sticky note sets. This first set is basically, you know, the adhesive or the stick is decent. It's not as bad as how Target used to be, because Target stuff is actually a lot better now. But you know, the color is, or the color scheme is pink and olive. And yeah, so that's that box. I also have this box to do with a little bit of you know, black and white pink color scheme. I have a couple of things from some of my pen pals. These probably came from, I think it's called Hema. I'm not sure, but it's their version of Daiso over in Europe. And so these are just a couple stickers of, or you know, a couple pages of their sticky notes. And then, but this is what that color scheme is. So pink, black, white, little phone, retro phone. Super cute.
I'm rubbing your back.
Thank you, Silas. So moving on to, oh, actually I still have a couple more of these sets here. So here's a bird set, songbirds set. It's the top, and then I have, you know, basically little tabs here, and then also some of the squarish rectangular boxes. It does. Thank you, Silas. Here's another set. Craft paper, but also orange and pink.
Mom, is this drawing?
Yeah. Yes, it is, but you need to go over there. Okay, thank you. And then this is another set I got at, ooh, where did I get this? I got this at Barnes & Noble. But this is a little more structured, so it has a list of what stuff I need to do, what, when, and project supply or shopping list to do today for tomorrow. Short list reminds you to take a break. And then, of course, they have some tabs here and then some square boxes. The adhesive is relatively decent on these as well. It comes in a nice little notebook that you can just throw in your purse. And then, oh, I do have a couple more of these notepads here. Oh my. Scratch that. I will, yeah. Well, anyway, gray. And then I have this cute little pad. And then some random stickers, mini stickers here. And then I have these binder clips or paper clips that were from the Target Dollar Spot as well. And a cute paper clip. Now I have some of the bigger paper here. These could be considered, you know, scrapbooking paper, things like that. As well as more flowery paper, very spring. And then kind of these, basically a very spring color theme. Getting a little bit into the darker colors as the notepad, or at the end of the notepad there. I also have this. It's large and in charge, things to get done. What attracted me to this particular notepad when I first bought it was the faint grid lines and the fact that it had that teal and black and white theme going on. I also have some school stamps. Cute. as well as, that's about it. I have some pens. They're 0.7 pens, or the tip is a 0.7, so they're basically a typical ballpoint pen. They are decent writing, or they write decently, I should say. Okay, so on to the sticky or the sticky notes. So I have this from their watercolor collection, and then the pink polka dots, take notes, and then pink and brown, as well as some of this. Yeah, I swear it's kind of, Target Dollar Spot is wonderful because you get a lot of bang for your buck, like no pun intended, but after a while you just kind of don't know what to do with it because there's just so much of it. So this was not from the Target Dollar Spot. I got this from, wasn't Sport Co. It was one of those, oh gosh, I can't even think of where I got it from at this point, but it was at a sports store or one of those fishing stores. This one, it's a little hard to read, but it says today's list. And then I got some of this flower themed. I have some Halloween theme sticky notes as well. And then just a plain yellow one. These, let me clear the desk here. So this size is actually a really good size for the boxes in the Erin Condren or in the Life Planner. Let's see here. I'll just compare it to, because I have a Happy Planner like kind of pretty close to me right now. This is of course one of the older Life Planners, or the Happy Planners as well. Lots of fun stuff here. So let's go to like the morning, afternoon type plan here. And so see how awesomely it fits? Girl, like a match made in heaven. But anyway, so yes, I have a little bit of that. I think I have purple somewhere in the mix, but that size of a sticky note can be easily found in places like Office Depot and things like that. I even have a blue one too, blue theme or blue color. Some old school page flags, Target Dollar Spot. Those are, I guess they would be considered vintage at this point because I got it like 4 years ago. And a couple of these little flower and then hedgehog, cute hedgehog. I also have, I have another set of this. This one pulled at my heartstrings quite a bit. So you have like purple, gold polka dots, and you have a little pencil, heart, some lined goodness there, and then a pencil there. I also have kind of a weather theme sticky note set, 100% chance of happy, with a lightning bolt and some clouds. I have this, looks like the iPhone Note app or little thing today here. Text box. These are all sticky notes. And then I have another notepad here, note to self, as well as a set from Joann's. And then also this theme sticky note set from Target. It also has binder holes. I also have this week This was bought a while ago. I want to say it's been a while. I've had that for a long time, even before I started buying a whole bunch like 4 years ago, so it's at least 4 years old. And then I have this also from Target Dollar Spot. You have some lines, and then you have some space down here to doodle or whatever. Sunday to Saturday layout. And then I also have this sticky note set. This is fun because basically I got this at Walmart. It's a sticky note, but then you can fold it, and then this would be great for like your child's lunchbox or something like that. Send them a little woo, that fell. A little note of love. There you go. And then I also have another one of these, another note to self. And I believe that is it. So, thank you so much for watching until the very end, this whole tea stash time. I hope that you are interested in any of the items. If you are interested in any of the items, please let me know. I will put everything together, come up with a price for you, try to stick it in the smallest box possible, and then let you know how much the total would be between the shipping and the items. So like I said, I don't imagine it would be any more than 10-15 bucks for whatever stash you put together. I'm going to be as reasonable as possible with the pricing. Because I really just want to try to not get rid of things, but to rehome things, because they still can be used for a lot of goodness. I just need to tone it down a little bit. So in the meantime, y'all take care. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.